Cliff from Santa Clarita, you're up.
Hey, good morning, Jefferson.
Hello.
Peace and serenity to you and yours.
Peace and serenity to you and yours.
I think you do an excellent job filling in for Tom. You totally deserve your own show.
It means a lot.
Listen,
Thanks.
to answer an earlier caller, Tyrone, the reason we spent $2 trillion in Afghanistan, or probably more, is corporate profits. War is a racket. Look at Dick Cheney and Halliburton. They were almost bankrupt before we invaded Iraq, and then came, billion-dollar company. It's the weapons manufacturers, defense contractors. They make billions. Enough said. I'm going to take it in another direction here, brother. Congress, I read an article this morning. Congress has just admitted that not all the UFOs are of human origin. They're admitting that there are UFOs from other places. Okay? They're classifying the new threat as a cross-domain transmedium. And the Pentagon, they've just opened up a new office to investigate these crafts that can go from water to air to space. And they have admitted that they don't understand the technology. None of the engineers, NASA, nobody understands the technology of these crafts. And the Pentagon is admitting they don't understand and they're not of human origin. What's your take?
So I'm fascinated by it, and I'm going to take it a weird direction. No, thank you, Cliff. I'm fascinated by it, and so the first thing I'll just confess to is ignorance. If they don't know it, I don't know it either. That's the first thing I'll say. But I'll say something that came to mind. So my wife is a Hillary Clinton fan, and I know there are a lot of people who pick whoever the nominee is and say, oh, well, I'll grumble and vote for this person. And no, she is an ardent fan, and she loves Hillary Clinton. And one of the things that she pointed out was that Hillary Clinton loves UFOs. I don't mean she's in favor of there being unidentified flying objects flying through our airspace, but she's fascinated by it, and that as president, my wife Katie was saying, like, if she's president, we're going to know more about what happens, what's going on with UFOs. It's like I put my stock on the unidentified. Unidentified doesn't mean from Mars, 6 solar systems over. It doesn't mean they came through a wormhole. We should, by the way, if Nate's listening, Nate, can we cue up the sound of space? We have the sound of space. Do you see this thing that we now have? It turns out that black holes make sounds. The idea that there is no sound in space isn't true. It's just that it disperses, so you can't really hear very well. But we now have sounds of space. If Nate cues that up, you might be able to hear it in the background. But I'm fascinated by the UFO thing. I put my stock on unidentified. We don't know. We don't know if it's, it took warp speed travel to get here with technology we don't understand, or if we just don't understand what we don't understand. So I'm fascinated. Cliff, is there a bet, or is there a bet you have, or a thing that you think we need to be doing given our unidentified understanding of this stuff? Oh, can people hear it? Can people hear the sound?
Almost sounds like whales communicating.
Maybe it's whales. It could be whales. Cliff, thank you so much. And by the way, I enjoy the stuff about space because it helps us remember how small we are. We have big responsibilities to one another. We have big responsibilities to our community. Our lives are big to ourselves. And let's be humble. It's one reason to love one another because, there's space.